TCU took home the title of Big 12 champions just over a week ago, but now you can tell students are using the stadium for a different purpose. We sat down with American Ninja Warrior Kristen Williams in his hometown gym in Farmers Branch. So far in 2016 alone, there have been 24 children who have died from being left in a hot car. Well, now car manufacturers are trying to prevent this tragedy happening in the future. I'm standing at the corner of Bowie and University Drive, and this is the intersection where a student was hit by a car this morning just before 9 a.m. A SWAT team cornered Otis McCain and took him into custody with no fight. McCain is accused of gunning down Detective Benjamin Marconi on Sunday, and an event that she put on last weekend, and it's called Breathe Deep. Rachel, tell us about this 5K that she created and her reason behind it. Police have installed these emergency poles about 20 feet from each other on campus. Just one push of this red button and emergency services will be called. The investigation into this viral video continues. Now, Fort Worth police are trying to see who leaked illegal body cam footage showing an officer arresting resident Jacqueline Craig. Today, city activists are speaking out and calling the investigation racist. The sounds of absolute chaos seem to echo in this viral video of a Fort Worth police officer arresting a resident and her two daughters. A video that garnered national attention back in December. Soon after, somebody leaked confidential information and illegal body cam footage from Officer William Martin, prompting an investigation inside the police department. The department is investigating two top officers, Assistant Chief Abdul Pridgen and Deputy Chief Vance Keys. They have been temporarily replaced. But today, Craig's attorney and activists are speaking up, saying the allegations are racist.
The systemic racism that is so blatant and so uncaring and so vicious.
The incident all started when Craig called the police to report that a neighbor allegedly choked her 7-year-old son for littering.
My son is 7 years old. You don't have the right to grab him, choke him.
But after a confrontation, Martin ended up arresting Craig and her two daughters instead. For now, any involvement the chiefs may have had in this leak is still under investigation.
Do not target two black police officers like that without any full-cut evidence like that and scandalize their name. You know, like I said, those two police officers have been with us from the jump.
Residents said they would continue to defend those two officers who are being treated as suspects.
We pray for the best and we hope for the best, you know. But if not, we'll still be out here. You know, we'll still be out here, still marching, still protesting, do what we have to do.
I reached out to police, but they declined to comment for now. I'm Kristen Weaver for the 109. There's a topic we don't talk about enough on campus, and that is eating disorders. I sat down with one student who wanted to speak out about her experience with anorexia and bulimia and give her advice to anybody else struggling. When Hannah Wallace goes for a run,
it's the only thing in my life that is like stress-free.
It's an escape.
Really, it's a time for like self-reflection.
A form of therapy.
And for me, I get that time while I run.
But less than a year ago, the same activity that relieved her stress fueled an obsession to be thinner.
Second semester, when I was training for my marathon, I got, again, it just became like an obsession.
Hannah's struggle with anorexia and bulimia stemmed out of bullying in high school.
My sophomore year of high school, I was extremely chubby. I got made fun of a lot. People, my boyfriend at the time, people would ask him hey, how's it going with Miss Piggy? Do you have the swine flu?
She began dieting and lost weight quickly.
I was watching what I eat all the time, and I was exercising just to make sure that I could lose weight. And everybody was oh my God, you're so pretty now, you've slimmed out, you're so beautiful.
And when Hannah came to TCU,
my roommate and I would just wake up in the mornings and be oh my gosh, I look fat today.
It got worse.
I look at pictures from that time and I was oh my God, I was so skinny.
But it was hard for her to see she was taking it a step too far.
When you're in this mental state, you don't see yourself that way. And I think a lot of people don't realize that.
So how do you go about talking to a friend or asking for help?
I think the best thing is coming at them from an area of caring and love. And I care about you, I love you. This is what I'm seeing.
I just want people to know that it's not a sign of weakness if you ask for help.
Would you say that recovery is possible in every case?
Yes. Okay. I definitely believe so.
Kristen Weaver, TCU News Now. Ropes, chains, and metal poles. It may look intimidating at first glance, but this is no torture chamber. For Kristen Williams, an American Ninja Warrior, this is like home.
Do this because it's fun, it's exciting, it's an adrenaline rush, and somebody's got to do it. Why not be me?
Kristen is currently vying for a shot on the finals of American Ninja Warrior, but he never expected life to take him on this path.
You know, really, when I came out of high school, I didn't have a plan, didn't really know what I wanted to do in life, and so that was an obstacle in itself as far as what's my next step.
Eventually, Kristen became a personal trainer, until a few years ago, when it all finally clicked.
I got into American Ninja Warrior simply by watching it on the show. I was watching it one day, seeing some guys go through the course, and thought that I could do it.
Kristen now trains 5 days a week, 4 hours a day at this specialty gym in Farmers Branch. He doesn't do it for the fame or the money.
To be a Ninja Warrior, in my opinion, is to inspire others, to be involved in the community.
He uses his strength
It's like conquering a mountain.
to uplift others.
I feel we have a need to help others around us in our local area, to help uplift and promote other people. That's rewarding and exciting all at the same time.
The big episode is airing tomorrow night. Kristen Weaver, NBC5.